Welcome to Thai Nguyen News. I'm Viet Cường. Now today's headlines. Thai Nguyen and Linköping, Sweden signed a memorandum agreement. The country director of World Bank for Vietnam visited Thai Nguyen University. The first part of the memoir entitled Thai Nguyen Onwards to Spratly Islands. On the morning of May 16th, Mr. Dương Ngọc Long, chairman of Thai Nguyen People's Committee, met with a delegation of Linköping City, Sweden, led by its chairman, Mr. Paul Livano.
During the meeting, Thai Nguyen leaders and Swedish delegation discussed and searched for cooperative opportunities on many fields, including healthcare, education and training, energy, waste treatment, urban development, and a lot more. The chairman of Thai Nguyen People's Committee said that because of convenient location, abundant natural resources, and being one of the three educational centers of the nation, Thai Nguyen has built and strengthened a relationship with many big cities around the world, Linköping included. In the coming time, Thai Nguyen and Linköping intend to cooperate further on issues of stable development, utilization of environmental knowledge and technologies, thereby making industrial zones trend in the direction of stable development. To complete these goals, Mr. Dương Ngọc Long and Mr. Paul Livano signed a memorandum of agreement. Responding to the invitation of Mr. Livano, Thai Nguyen delegation will visit Linköping City in June 2012.
Recently, at the office of Thai Nguyen University, Mr. Đặng Kim Vui, director of the university, held a welcome party from Ms. Victoria Kawa, the country director of World Bank for Vietnam. During the meeting, Mr. Vui gave Ms. Kawa an overview of the university's achievements in recent time. Ms. Kawa in return commended these achievements and equally said that the World Bank always encourages and creates most favorable conditions for building libraries, laboratories, improving studying equipment to increase the teaching and studying quality of Thai Nguyen University. In addition, Ms. Kawa stressed that the educational supporting program mentioned above has already been started and discussed by the World Bank. So it is now the time for Thai Nguyen University to prepare and lay down its best plans to give the World Bank ample reason for examination and ratification. On May 15th, the management board of the project Improvement of Computer Usage and Public Internet Accessibility in Vietnam held a conference to initialize this project in the provinces of Thái Nguyên, Tuyên Quang, and Hà Giang. Representatives of the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, leaders of some involved agencies and branches of the three provinces attended the conference.
This project is sponsored by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. 40 provinces in Vietnam, Thai Nguyen included, have already benefited from this project. Today, this project is said to have brought positive and practical results, meeting residents' demand in accessing Internet to search for information for daily life. Because of this innovation, the project created opportunities for rural people, especially the ones in highlands and remote regions, to get in touch with external world. Also, during the conference, the delegates was lectures and share common concerns involved in the project to increase the awareness and make detailed plans for activities in the coming time.
On the evening of May 15th, the opening ceremony of the Tourism, Foods and Craft Villages Fair 2012 was successfully held at the Service and Sports Center of Thái Nguyên City. This is one of the main activities to commemorate 65 years since alcohol and the Central Party chose Định Hóa District, Thái Nguyên Province, as the safety zone where they led the revolution against the French army. More than 140 stalls put on display were typical products of the innovation period. The fair attracts visitors to the exhibition area that is divided into 4 functional groups. On display are pictures of alcohol and the Central Party in the period 1947-1954, pictures of labor and production activities of Thai Nguyen ethnic minorities, pictures of ATK Định Hóa and soldiers at the height of the revolution. An additional attraction in this fair is a naturally decorated market in the French Revolution that displays simple images and rural products that no longer exist in the modern life. To top it all, people who come to visit will enjoy listening to 10 songs and 10 musical instruments. In visiting the Tourism, Foods and Craft Villages Fair 2012, one will understand and discover more about Thái Nguyên and its people, and its enormous tourism potentiality. In connection with the celebration of the 65-year anniversary of Uncle Ho's visitation of ATK Thai Nguyen, the play Uncle Ho is Not a King was finally staged and performed after a period of training and practices at the Provincial Culture and Information Center on May 15th. The play Uncle Ho is Not a King was organized and staged as a practical activity to express our deep gratitude to the great contribution of our beloved genius leader Ho Chi Minh. Moreover, this is an activity of promoting and propagandizing literature and artworks related to President Ho Chi Minh, so that the moral examples and simple but great personality of Uncle Ho are spread to all Vietnamese and imbibe them deeply in the life of all people in Thái Nguyên province. The play Uncle Ho is Not a King explores and builds the image of a president with simple revolutionary quality, noble personality, and deep emotional expressions of behavior in daily life, that is his considerate attitude, thoughtfulness, care, love, and close affection to the people. It is also a manifestation of love for the country by a man who became a legend without planning to become one. On the early days of May, the delegation of Thái Nguyên Province, led by Mr. Nguyễn Văn Kim, Standing Deputy Secretary of Thái Nguyên Provincial Party Committee, visited and worked at the Spratly Islands, the remote island area, which is considered the national defense and safeguard place of our country. The reporters of Thái Nguyên radio and television station were given an opportunity to join the delegation and reflect the trip by the series of memoirs entitled Thái Nguyên Onwards to Spratly Islands. Welcome to the first part of the memoir today. To reach the Spratly Islands, the delegation must go through a long journey of 1,300 nautical miles. On the morning of March 3rd at Cat Lai Port, hundreds of officers and soldiers of the Navy Army appeared very early and said goodbye to the delegation of the 10th mission to visit and work at the Spratly Islands. All people could not keep emotions under their control. The journey lasted 10 days and was predicted to face a lot of challenges of the weather and the sea. All the soldiers on the Spratly Islands have always expected to be visited and bring warmth from the land to the front guarding place of the country. And this will motivate the soldiers to remain steadfast in defending our country. At 8 o'clock on March 3rd, the ship bearing number HQ 571 and the Brigade 125 of Navy Army completed the final work before leaving Cat Lai, Ho Chi Minh City. The crew of the ship HQ 571, which is 77 meters in length, prepared fully for fuel, food, other necessities, and many gifts to the soldiers on the islands before embarking on this journey. Several weeks before, we had to prepare food for the trip, cold storage that ensures hygiene and nutrition. All members on board were excited because most of them are coming to the Spratly Islands for the first time. After the first meal, people rushed on the deck to get a first-hand look at the vast blue sea of the country. During the expedition, all members must strictly obey the direction of the operational commander and the captain. On the second was the performance exchange between the mission members and the crew. In the darkness of the sea, the praising songs about the party and Uncle Ho, the hometown and the folk songs of different places in the country have sounded and blended well with the ocean waves that help develop a warm atmosphere and bring people closer together. At 9 o'clock on the morning of the third day, we came to Da Nam Island after a 42-hour journey, crossing 440 nautical miles with a lot of emotion. The journey of Thai Nguyen mission to Spratly Islands will be continuously sent to you in the next English news. That's the end of our program today. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.